Hey guys, we're going to talk today about what it takes to turn this HBX 2997 Alpha into a speed demon. One of the things I realized right off the bat, this being a low-end RC, is the front end was just sloppy. No other word to really describe it. You could take your toe in and push it in and out, positive, negative, and it was all over the place trying to drive this. So I knew I had to tighten up that steering linkage to get rid of the slop, or I was going to drive off the cliff. So I'm going to tell you what I did. Take this guy off a little bit, and we'll show you at least how I tackled this. See these little washers here? These are 2mm washers. And this one here on the end, that is a 2mm silicone washer. So what I do is I take apart all those control arms and I put the silicone washer on first, actually the metal washer on first, and then the silicone. And then I use that as a bushing. And the silicone doesn't grab, so really it's just going to tighten it up, not bind it. So I'll show you some examples of what I've done here. The number one culprit is this turnbuckle right here. So you can kind of see that I have a washer and a silicone washer in there. I put them over here on this side, and sometimes you gotta stretch those 2mm washers out because they're pretty small, but you don't want them big. So I used them on both the right and left turnbuckles. I also got them over here on this steering mechanism here. You can see that, because this really causes a lot of slop. And then the last place I put them in is over here on the A-arms. You can see the upper and lower will have these. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see them in there, but let's see if I can point that out. Yeah, see, there's the washer right in there. So that's kind of the trick here. You want to put them over here on the servo and all this linkage that controls the steering. I'll give you an example. Here, first of all, just move the wheels back and forth. You can see that slop is gone. We'll turn it on and show you how it still moves through nice and freely. So it's this movement here. This is what causes the slop on these guys, because, you know, they don't really use high-end parts to keep the cost down. So, because I'm going to be running this on straight high-speed runs, yeah, the steering isn't that critical. In fact, I don't want it to be moving around, so this is how I tightened it up. It was a very low-cost solution, and hopefully this will help out some of your other RCs that have the same problem. Because when you're doing 40, 50 miles an hour, you just don't want this front end to be all sloppy. And believe me, it was. Alright, that's the update on my HBX 2997 Speed Racer. Yeah, once the sun gets out, things warm up a little bit, we'll get this guy, we'll push it. We'll see how fast we make it go. Alright guys, take care. Bruce.